apart. What kind of defense does give Brady and the Patriots trouble?
I think a team that is able to man up on the wide receivers and the tight ends and kind of run with them, when they do decide to spread it out. I think that, good man teams are able to at least slow down the Patriots passing game. Whether or not they're able to beat them is another matter, but they're at least able to, they're slow them down. And we didn't see that from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh stayed in that zone, and Brady is really good at taking what an opposing defense gives him. And that's one of the things that the Steelers, just kind of, as you mentioned, Michael, they just kind of stayed in that zone, and they laid back, and Brady was able to kind of dink and dunk them to death. And then they were able to go over the top on a handful of occasions to guys like Hogan, and it all kind of came together for them.
All right, so we're going to stick with defenses right now. How much of the Falcons' defense do you think will give Tom Brady trouble in the Super Bowl?
I think that they need to be. I think, first of all, the thing that jumps out to me is that they're a very fast defense, and that they have an ability to kind of bend the edge a little bit with guys like Beasley. And if they can continue to bring pressure consistently on Brady with a minimum number of pass rushers, and if they're able to man up and kind of flood the middle of the field with some of those fast guys, and they're able to kind of get bodies on the Edelmans and the Amendolas and the Deion Lewises and the James White, that I think that's probably their best course of action, at least from this perspective. But they need to be fast, they need to be strong, they need to be physical, and they need to be willing to, as we said before, be a little bit multiple and be a little bit flexible and recognize that, one of your best courses of action as an opposing defense is to maybe try and pull out a few stops and throw some things at Brady that you haven't put on film before, and have some faith that will be able to work in a big game like this one.
But one of the defenses that we saw give Brady a hard time so far in this postseason was the Texans, in that first half at least. What can the Falcons take from that Texans defense and apply it to the Super Bowl?
What Houston did a really good job of was moving around some of their better pass rushers, some of their more multiple. They gave multiple looks, and they presented some versatile guys up front. They moved Clowney around. They moved Whitney Merciless around. And they were able to put pressure up the middle on the centers and the guards. And if, Atlanta decides to kind of, treat some of their pass rushers like chess pieces and try and come up with a way to really put pressure on Brady from some new and unique angles, then I think they have a chance to find some success. And again, before, at the very least, slow the Patriots down. But like we said, it's a team defensive effort, and one of the things that we did see as well from Houston is they were able to play good man defense, good man coverage against those wide receivers and tight ends, and like you said, that they were able to slow them down at least initially, and that's one of the reasons why Houston was in the game longer than Pittsburgh was this past week.